Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the SU-14-1. It's the Tier 7 Soviet self-propelled gun, and it's located on the eastbourne of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, and it's being commanded by yours truly. Yes, it's one of my replays. This is one of my battles, and you can see I've got a 1 marked SU-14-1. And this is quite a funny battle in some ways, in some respects. Wasn't funny for one of my own teammates, but there you go, sometimes bad things do happen. Anyway, battle has commenced, and I'm moving away to find a firing position. Now this is a Tier 8 battle. I'm a Tier 7 Arty, so I'm going to earn a bit more XP than others because I've got lower tier Arty to start with. Okay, the Katyusha rockets are firing overhead and landing in front of me. Thank God they're not real, because otherwise I'd be in deep doo-doos. In actual fact, we do want them to be in the game, so Wargaming, please make them real. Okay, I'm ready to shoot, and I'm starting to aim. And we've got a KV-2R, one of the new premium KV-2s. I'm lining up shot, round out. Oh, just misses him, but splashes him for 4 hit points. I didn't give him enough lead to hit the target bang on first time. I've lost sight of that KV-2R, but I could see an SU-100M over in this corner of the map, and it looked to me like he was positioning to try and take on our tanks in the heavy alley. I can see the KV-2R again, and our Type 64 has gone up into an almost suicidal position behind the bunkers, trying to spot the enemy tanks as they go past. And he's crying out for help. I'm going to try and put a round into the KV-2R, and I get a hit. 285 hit points, 1 critical hit. That will persuade the KV-2R not to go around the corner because there's an Arty watching him. But we've got an IKV-90B. That's a Tier 7 Swedish tank destroyer. A wedge, firing a round in. I splash him for 240 and track him. The IS-3 comes round the corners. I don't think I can save that Type 64 anymore. He takes a big hit for 470. The IS-3 is going to have him for breakfast. Oh dear, this is bad news for the Type 64. He's not going to last long. Nope, there he goes. But I'm almost loaded, and I'm going to go for that IKV or the IS-3. I fire a round in. I splash the IKV for 123 hit points, and I think I tracked him again. But what we've got in the meanwhile is got a Panther by his rear, and if he stays like that, I'll put a shell right up his exhaust pipe. Keep jogging backwards and forwards on that spot, and I will finish you off, and I'll take the IKV with him. Oh, when the IKV goes, and the Panther takes the punishment as well. So my first kill of the game. I think that Panther must have known that he was in the wrong position because he was jogging backwards and forwards, waving his posterior at me. Now, the IS-3 is over there. He's hiding behind that rock, and he's difficult to get in this position. But I know the Panther was last seen in that position. And I fire a round in, and the Panther was actually behind the wreck of the IKV. And lo and behold, he's actually trying to push the wreck forward, so he's got extra armour in front of his Panther. Now that's a bit of a mistake, because all I'll do is fire at the rear of that IKV, and I will splash that Panther with damage. 1 shell. Oh, it sailed right over the top, but the Panther was taken out, and he was killed by our Carnarvon. Now that IS-3 is still behind that rock. He hasn't moved. So I'm aiming for the side of the rock and marking the target for my team so that they know where I'm looking. Always helpful to let your team know where you're aiming. And the round hit the IS-3. There was no explosion, so it went directly into him. So he wasn't sighted, but he was there. So we know that he's hurting right now. Got a T-34-85 been spotted off the left. Yeah, you can see the IS-3 is missing some hit points. And if he stays like that, I'll take some more off him. And I do. 78 hit points from a splash. Now, if he can stay there, I will get another round into him. I'm reloading as quickly as I can. Now, the IS-3's pulled forward, and the SU-100M has joined him. I fire a round in. I splash the IS-3, track him. So he's now stationary and an easy target for the tanks in that area. No shells going in on him. He is stunned, so should be an easy shot, but nope, they ignored him. So I'm almost loaded. I'm going to try another shot at the IS-3. Round out straight away. Oh, it went long. Stunned the IS-3, but he's gone long and he's now engaged with that T-34-3. And he's been killed. Now there's the SU-100M. And he's going to engage with that T-34-3 and he's losing hit points to that T-34-3. And they're now in a face hug. And I have to shoot at one of them. I don't want that SU-100 to win. He's going to win if... because the T-34 is now one shot. I fire a round in and take out both of them. I know I killed a teammate, but I needed to get that SU-100. And the T-34-3 was not going to survive the battle. I did have to write a letter of apology or a note of apology to the T-34-3 after the battle. But he was perfectly okay about it. He said, yeah, I understood. You had to do it. Okay, firing a round into there. No joy. Didn't get a hit there on the I think it was T-34-85, and he's killed. So we've got a Borsig up here on the heights. I'm marking my target, telling everyone what I'm doing. There's also a heavy tank number 6. Now he's taking priority now because the Borsig was moving about. I got a direct hit for 253 on the heavy tank. That's going to slow him down a little. He's probably tracked as well. He's taking fire, so I'm picking up more stun assists. Working out where he's going to go. I'm going to try and place another round into him if he stays where he is. He's moving. Now, round out. Direct hit again. 167. Stunned again. Still indicating my target with the T key. Keep that T key going. The arrows will appear above that tank. It will attract fire of your teammates. They'll see that arrows and they'll say, oh, there's a tank we can hit and get damage on. Ready for the next shot. Rounds out. And he's out the game. 266 hit points. That's my second kill. Right, we've got a T-28 now. I had a request for fire. I can see the crosshairs above him. I've now put the down arrows on, but I've lost sight of him. I think he's there. I'm reloading. I'm going to try a shot into there. I do shoot. And the shell lands. I can't see any damage. But I'm pretty sure that T-28 HTC is still there. I'm reloading. The enemy are now down to just 4 tanks. I'm loaded. Fire another round in. There's the T-28. He actually went the other side, so that shell was wasted. But I've now marked my target. And the E-25 is going around to cause lots of damage to that T-28. If he can track him, he can hold him in place. And then he can kill him off. Now he's going to keep... Oh, no, didn't need to worry about it actually, because it was killed off by the Carnarvon. Right, we've got an SU-100 to the north. And he just took out our SU-100. And I fire a round in quickly. No, unfortunately, doesn't work. And that SU-100 is headed this way. And I've got no other teammates to help me. So I'm going to have to relocate. I need to get south as quickly as I can. If the SU-100 comes this direction, I'm going to be helpless. The IKV is going around the corner. I'm going to move down into the woods and just south of here in possibly around about E9 or E0. If I get down into this dip, I should be relatively safe for a little while. Our guys are now in the cap, so they're capping out. The enemy Arty's been wiped out, so I'm safe from being taken out by a counter battery. Okay, the SU-100 has been killed. There's only one enemy left. It's an AMX 12-ton, and we know where he was last seen. Doesn't matter. I knocked that tree over because it appears that there's no Arty, so I can't be counter batteried anymore. Okay, he was last seen in this location. And I fire a round in, but there he is. He's been seen. He's the other side of the rock face. I can't hit him. He's in defilade. You can just see him there, but very difficult shot. Yep, and the E-25 managed to get 12-ton, and that ends the game. And they capped out as well at the same time. So 2 kills. That's all we got. But let's have a look and see what the end of battle stats were. And unfortunately, it's only a first-class mastery for general disturbance in the SU-14-1. But I did pick up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 15 in that one. And I picked the High Calibre. I did the most damage in the battle overall. And a win rate of 5650. thanks to Salty Jedi's website, because if you go to his site and put your replay there, you will actually find out what your win 8 was, and it's a much nicer presentation because you'll see all the medals if you get unusual medals. Sometimes you just don't see those on what replays. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, highest damage, of course, 2,653 hit points, more than the Carnarvon, because of course I was lobbing shells over the top of that rock face into the enemy, and it shows here that I got 3 kills. Actual fact, I did, as you know, kill off one of my own teammates, so it was actually 4 kills, but of course the T-34-85 T-34-3 was on my team, not on the enemy team, so sorry about that, Armata. And I managed to get 3 kills. There was 1 behind the Carnarvon, and my base XP was 1,053. He managed 1,098. In fact, actually it was the E25 1,098. So well done to him. Detail report: I fired 20 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration, 12 splash. Damage of 2,653 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I did kill one of my own team, 76 hit points. He was very low on health. He would have been killed off by the SU-100 with his very next shot, but I managed to take out both of them with my shell, so I saved the having to actually hit the SU-100 after the event. And of course my teammate was fairly understanding afterwards when I apologized. I damaged 8 of the enemy and killed 3 of them, and I did damage assistance or stun assistance of 1,095 hit points off 15 stuns. On a premium account I earned 56,760 credits, and I paid 2,934 credits fine, which went to my teammate who my team killed, and that left me with 53,826 credits. And after ammunition resupply and consumables, because I was running premium food, I actually ended up with 11,426 credits. I managed to get 1 bond, that was for the High Calibre. I earned 1,582 XP, minus 2.5 for the team kill, and times 2 for the first victory of the day, and minus 789 for the reserve bonus. So I actually took away 3,948 experience points altogether. But it was technically an accidental bombardier, but you can see I actually did fire at the SU-100 and it took out my teammate in the process, but it was necessary. Sometimes you do have to take a cold, hard decision. Do you kill an enemy tank when it's closely grappling with one of your own? If it means you'll get a dangerous opponent out of the game, and I reasoned in that particular shot, yes, it was necessary to take out that SU-100 because our teammate wouldn't have survived another shot. He was going to go. But if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And if you maybe it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.